Hey, Jack Willard here. Gene Ho. He was born in New York City and then eventually moved on to South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where he became a self taught professional photographer. He would start to do weddings. But this was no small time business. That's not how Gene Ho does things. It began to grow and grow. He had a staff working for him, and they would go out to various states to photograph weddings, all based in Myrtle Beach. Eventually, he would become Donald John Trump's campaign photographer in 2015. He wrote a book about President Trump in those years, and you can find that on Amazon. You can also go to georgemagazine.com because Gene would eventually find himself as the editor in chief of George Magazine, which he still does as I speak to you at the end of 2024. His new book is called America in a Flash, also available on Amazon and at George Magazine. He never does anything halfway, he gives it all he has. So when you go on to the George Magazine website, not only can you subscribe and get a physical copy of the magazine every month in the mail, you will see that Pastor Bob Joyce from Benton, Arkansas, is a major contributor. In fact, the August issue had Pastor Bob on the cover. Gene Ho goes to Pastor Bob Joyce's church in Benton, Arkansas, with his entire family most Sundays, and is an extremely gifted man. Now, when you go on to georgemagazine.com, you'll be able to find out about how to view his live streams, which are also on TikTok and filter into YouTube, etc., etc. And he's quite an interesting man. He is not conservative in his comments. He's funny, and he likes to drop hints. Reminds me of a certain pastor. He likes to joke about things, and we're going to watch a short clip where he is doing just that. And of course, there will always be the critics. Oh, give the man his privacy. You shouldn't talk about this, brother. Look out when they mention brother. That's going to be a real biting letter when they say brother. We're talking about Pastor Bob Joyce, who began an international video ministry on YouTube in 2011. He has a number of CDs. He's not hiding in the shadows. And how silly to think that the public wouldn't react and wouldn't have things to say about that. Of course they would. It doesn't make you a demon seed. It doesn't make you someone who has taken your focus off of Christ, unless you're going to take that to the extreme. And then I have never met a human being that is completely focused on Jesus Christ and nothing else. Every human being I have ever met, every pastor, every church member, elder, deacon, is not completely focused on Jesus Christ. If we can just tell the truth, because the world knows. The world knows. So there's no sense pretending. So you are not appointed to be a self-protector. Bob Joyce, and the angels, especially the Holy Spirit himself, has all this in check. Has all this in check. And so we've been talking about the topic since 2018. People love to talk about it, and we say so many positive things that we can about Household of Faith Church in Benton that soon will be moving to new quarters about 10 minutes from where they are now. Work is being done by a handful of people, including the pastor, on what was obviously a very beautiful horse barn for racing horses, perhaps. And then they have 9 acres, so their plan is to build a full sanctuary and perhaps a house. That would certainly be a good idea for the pastor. But we have many videos here. We explore our angles all angles, and we just speak about possibilities. So let's see Gene Ho, just an excerpt from one of his videos.
Like, is JFK Jr. alive? It's Bob Joyce Elvis. Because what am I supposed to say? And it doesn't matter, because if I say, yes, they are, people don't believe me. And if I say, no, they're not, people won't believe me anyway. Well, when it comes to time travel, I'm not saying one way or the other, but just so you know, Back to the Future was based upon Biff. And in the movie, Biff was based upon Donald Trump. Very interesting. Very interesting. JJ, could you confirm that the CEO of George is not on here? I'm not joking. Someone asked about the new cover. So I'm waiting for JJ. And when I say about the next cover, the reason why I say that is because no one knows it except Bob Joyce is on the cover. Bob Joyce's wife's name is Ewelina. Okay? AKA Elvis's ex-girlfriend. No, I didn't say that. The gun, yes, the gun show. That look, 55 years old. Look at that. Look at those triceps. Okay, yes, I am good state. Someone says Senior Lee. All right. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's do it this way. Yes, I'm familiar with Kim Clement.